Welcome to the fifth stage of a Dakar 2009 rally between Nekon and San Rafael. Some 763 kilometres, although only 505 of them are timed for this race. The car race was a spectacular one Wednesday, with German Dieter Depping and the resurgent Stefan Peter Hansel setting up a 2-minute lead over Nasser Al-Attiyah, Mark Miller and Carlos Sainz at the first checkpoint. But things changed rapidly for the next check, and Al-Attiyah and Sainz resumed their personal duel, leaving Miller, De Villiers and the Mitsubishi trio in their wake. But Depping was the surprise leader at the second check, 24 seconds ahead of Peter Hansel as the terrain changed swiftly again. Al-Attiyah also strengthened his lead over Sainz with first appearance of the sand dunes on this tour over the final 20 kilometres. De Villiers won the race ahead of Depping and Gordon. But the Qatari Nasser Al-Attiyah shot back to the top of the overall, pushing De Villiers to second and Sainz to third, 6 minutes off the pace. For BMW, the fifth race of this 2009 Dakar was a happy one. Their star driver, Nasser Al-Attiyah, ending the day top of the heap in the car category. But for the Qatari man, it could hardly be described as a restful day. He did successfully negotiate his struggle with the man who led at the start of the fourth stage, Spain's Carlos Sainz, though. The two men launching counter-attack after counter-attack day long. They were within sight of each other much of the day, but for a spot where Al-Attiyah had a mechanical problem and where Sainz struggled in the dunes at the end. But he was swiftly back behind the wheel, Attiyah, after his mechanical problem and duelling with his now familiar enemy. At the end of the day, the Qatari won out, finishing 5 minutes behind the stage winner De Villiers, with Sainz a further 10 minutes back after doing less well in the sand dunes, a factor that could play a role in the final overall standings. Al-Attiyah's cool handling of the dunes setting him up nicely for Thursday's stage, despite his car letting him down twice during this fifth stage.
Stopped 2 times because overheating engine, completely closed from camel grass, and still the temperature is very high, but we need to stop and clean everything now.
Behind the Qatari, another BMW man did rather well too, the number 306 Frenchman Guerlain Chicheri, who is desperate to get back amongst the front runners after dropping way down the rankings and having to set off after the front runners, spending most of the day breathing their dust in fact. With little to lose, BMW's third man has pulled back somewhat over the last 2 stages and did well in the dunes here, finishing 10th, just ahead of Sainz, which is a measure of his progress. BMW's disappointment of the day was Orlando Terranova. On his first stint at the wheel for a Dakar, the Argentine has been impressive since Buenos Aires and had placed 7th during stage 4. He was off the pace a little on the 5th stage, placing 14th, which left him 11th in the overall. But the feeling is we haven't heard the last of Terranova. And finally for BMW in this 5th stage, the German outfit lost one of its teams when Dutchman Peter van Merksten and his co-pilot Eddie Chevalier had to pull out.